What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, and today we are back with another November CWL recap for you guys. And this is of course FrostLight, one of the top tier EYG clans. They are all Town Hall 12, and as you can see in Champions League 3, they are absolutely dominating. They are so far absolutely spotless. If we take a look at their results, you can see that first war was by far their closest. They won by 3% against this first clan, and you can see they have indeed won all of their wars, and they are, like I said, dominating the leaderboards. They are pretty far in front, and it looks like they will comfortably win this season of CWL. So a big congratulations to you guys at FrostLight. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing two recaps for FrostLight. We're going to be splitting it into two different videos. We're going to have a ground-based recap, and then we're going to have an air-based recap. So FrostLight have actually provided me with so many Town Hall 12 3-stars. It is unbelievable. And if I was to put them all into one video, there would just be far too many. So we're going to start off with a ground base. That is going to be in this recap. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe so you do not miss the air-based recap as well. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. We're going to be starting off here with Philip going in, and this was in that first war. And you can see you're going to be going in with Queen Charge Hog Riders. So you know, obviously you know the healers are an air troop, but this obviously would count as a ground-based attack, as the majority of the army composition is made up of those hog riders. So Philip going to be starting off going in from the top of this base. The king going to be sweeping around that left hand side, making sure he's far enough away that the healers do not lock onto him. We definitely do not want that. A Coco Loon also going to be going in there, just testing for any mines, and out comes all of those archers from the clan castle. The queen will have a bit of a job trying to clean up all of them, and the clan castle, the wall wrecker, excuse me, pops right there, and unfortunately it was not quite able to break into that center compartment. Our ice golem freezes right there. It pops and freezes up those troops. Poison spell is down onto those archers, and the queen jump spell is going to have to be used right there. Rage spell to propel that queen right into that town hall compartment. We really need to get that down, but the queen has done a pretty good job. We have 1 minute 30 left on the clock, and it's looking pretty promising right now. The queen is going to turn and deal with those air skellies before continuing on through the base. She is going to turn onto that air sweeper and then deal with the enemy queen. Her ability is, Philip probably could have saved her ability there, but just uses it to make sure, and it looks like the queen is going everywhere but the way Philip wanted her to. She is not pushing into that town hall compartment, and we need to watch her that jump spell, excuse me, doesn't run out. It looks like she is finally going that way now, and she is locked onto that town hall. The Eagle artillery is raining down fire onto these hogs. The warden's ability has already been used at the start. The eagle finally down, but we have no spells left. So many rage spells having to be used on that queen to keep her up, but she has cleared the majority of this top section of the base, so the hog riders have no real issue as they push up there. And the defenses we have left up, only one archer tower, one cannon, mortar at the top of the base. Couldn't even work out what they were right there. The queen's starting to take some serious damage. That archer tower locking on to one of the healers, but the hog riders will finish off this base right there, taking down that archer tower, then going to turn on those ground skellies. We have a couple of cleanup troops going around this outside, a minion as well as a couple of goblins and wizards right there. The hog riders are going to swing right through, catching a couple of giant bombs on their way to finish off a very strong queen charge hog rider attack here from Philip to start off this sensational ground-based 3-star recap. So let's move on to the next one, which I believe is a P.E.K.K.A. Bobat. Death Jester is going to be going in on this one, and it looks like we have 5 healers, but I believe these healers will be used with the P.E.K.K.A. Bobat. So this is a P.E.K.K.A. Bobat, not a I don't even know what I said. I'm getting myself all confused. But Death Jester going to be going in here with a Peckable Bat. I thought I said something different. I don't know. Going to be starting off actually from this top side of the base. So I was assuming the Death Jester would push all the way through the bottom side of this base up towards the Town Hall at the top. And it looks like this Persian Heroes clan really likes their archers in the clan castle, but they will not cause us too many issues. Those bowlers will rip through them pretty quickly. Warden's ability will be used right there. Just in time. Death Jester nearly missing the Warden's ability there, just catching at the last second, getting perfect value from that Warden's ability. These bowlers will rip through the center of this base. We used a jump spell to gain access into the majority of these compartments. We are onto that Eagle Artillery, but the bowlers will not have enough health to take it down, so that Eagle Artillery, excuse me, is going to stay up and will certainly cause us some issues. The healers are stuck onto those P.E.K.K.A.s on that right hand side. The bat spells now starting to swing around. We are getting free spells. Very delayed response on that free spell there, completely wasting it. So I actually probably could have swagged a free spell on the end of this. We're going to use another one there on the multi-target Inferno at the top, as well as the Eagle Artillery. Bat's going to push up there. Oh God, the tornado trap goes off and unfortunately catches those bats, so they are not able to get to that multi-target Inferno in time. But the Warden is going to range over that wall and is able to take care of that multi-target Inferno. We have the other heroes, the King and the Queen, as well as the help from a P.E.K.K.A. swinging around this right hand side of the base, and they will clean it up to pick up another very strong 3-star for Death Jester. Not really too sure where the Queen is going. She wants to shoot on those air skellies, so she's going to bash through a couple of walls rather than just walking around the outside and finishing off this base. Again, questionable AI from the Queen there, but nonetheless, Death Jester picking up, like I said, a very strong 3-star indeed. Let's move on to the next attack. Atta is going to be going in here with what looks to be a Pee-wee Bow Bat. So these bat spells proving to be very effective for FrostLight, bringing them a lot of 3-star attacks. And you will see in the air-based recap there is a lot of drag bat attacks for sure, and we are going to be pushing in through this left hand side, going to be going in really hard straight in towards that Town Hall compartment. The Warden's ability used very early on to take care of those clan castle troops. We definitely do not want them staying up for too long, but it means that we are going to have to risk the Giga Bomb and whatever it catches. And it looks like these bat spells unfortunately are getting pretty much no value at all. They came in from this left hand side, and at this point it's looking pretty ominous. Atta's bats have all died off, and we only have one free spell remaining. This one heroic witch on the left hand side is going to take care of the Eagle Artillery all by herself. She is joined by a couple of her friends, but not before the Eagle can get down a couple more shots, excuse me. The King still just clinging on to dear life, as is the Warden. We have plenty of skeletons now starting to swing around from this left hand side. The Queen's ability is still in hand. We also still have that free spell in hand, and I'm guessing Atta may use that on the right hand side to try and keep those witches up if at all possible. We have also a couple of ice golems as well as the P.E.K.K.A. now starting to swing around the right hand side of the base. Free spell goes down on the multi-target Inferno as well as that archer tower, just to keep these troops that are pushing through alive for a little bit longer. And in my opinion here, Atta almost swagged all of those bat spells because they got pretty much no value. So the fact that they are still able to 3-star this base is absolutely huge. That Queen is going to clutch this one for Atta and is going to finish off right here. Going to shoot on a couple of walls to get down to these bottom buildings. But this is going to be a 3-star for Atta, and it is a big one indeed. Those bat spells, it just looked like this was not going to go Atta's way, but somehow these troops managed to push round and take out the remainder of this base. The Queen luckily had her ability in hand and was able to use that in the large section on the bottom where there was a lot of defences. So well done to Atta on that one. Let's move on and take a look at another 3-star attack. Zane is going to be going in on this one with a kill squad hog rider attack, it looks like. So he's got 8 bowlers as well as a P.E.K.K.A. and a couple of wizards as well. So it looks like Zane is going to be pushing in from this bottom section of the base. We have a couple of bowlers spread out as well amongst these troops to try and get a little bit more bounce value if at all possible. The jump spell going to be going down very, very early there to give access into that town hall compartment. Wall wrecker is going to bust in there and get us into that compartment. All three of our heroes going to be going in with this kill squad. We also have that lava hound as well as the baby dragon in the clan castle to deal with. One of our ice golems popping there, unfortunately not getting much value. Down goes the town hall. The giga bomb goes off, but luckily our grand warden uses his ability to keep our troops alive. King and queen's ability still in hand, and we are getting really big value from this kill squad right here. The bowlers still doing a huge amount of bounce value for us, and in comes the hog riders from this right hand side. Keep an eye on them. Zane's spell timing and placement is so spot on here. So we have one right down there on the first wizard tower. Hog's going to continue pushing on through. It looks like unfortunately a couple of them have already been taken out to the giant bomb, as well as that multi-target inferno raining down fire on them. Another heal spell goes down for the other multi-target inferno. We definitely do not want it roasting our hog riders for too long, and we have one heal spell left, and we have quite a lot of splash damage on the back end of this one. Luckily the queen is still alive. Her ability is going to allow her to take care of that wizard tower, which is perfect. Heal spell goes down through that giant bomb on the back end and will allow these hog riders to take care of that multi-target inferno, then finish off these three last defenses. We have a couple of cleanup troops. When I say a couple, I literally mean three pushing around this right hand side. So it is really up to the hog riders and the queen to bust out of the wall right there and deal with these buildings along the outside. But just as well, all these hog riders stayed alive, because it looks like Zane didn't have much in the way of cleanup, but they will get the job done here. I don't think timing was an issue. I didn't have a look at the clock at the start. Feel free to rewind the video, excuse me, and check what the timing was on this one. But Zane picks up a very strong 3-star there using one of my favorite troops, the hog rider. So let's move on to the next 3-star attack. Scarface is going to be going in here with another hog rider attack, and let's see how they go about this one. So we're just going to speed this up to get them started. I believe they come in, yes, down from this right hand side. So going to be starting off with a king, and then a test balloon just to test for any mines there. Unfortunately the balloon not quite able to take care of that Tesla. It is on such low health, literally one shot from anything, even a little skeleton or something would take care of it, and unfortunately that Tesla is going to take care of the baby dragon. But the baby dragon got the value we wanted pretty much from it. King's ability will be used through that enemy king right there. Queen is going to step in and help out a little bit. Poison spell goes down for those balloons. Queen will take care of the lava hound. King has pushed into the center and unfortunately activated that town hall, so the queen is also going to have to battle against it, as well as any other defenses. As she is making her way in there, she's going to deal with that Expo right there first. She is then going to step up and get onto that town hall. Luckily it had already been damaged by our king. The queen's still going to push into the base. She's going to step up, take care of the warden statue right there. Scarface obviously aiming to take care of the enemy queen, and as soon as she goes down, we are getting our hog riders in from this top side of the base. Warden's ability used nice and early to keep as many of these hog riders up and keep them invincible for that lengthy period of time that he has. Stone Slammer is going to be pushing in from this left hand side, getting some pretty good value from that. Rare to see a Stone Slammer coming in with hogs. Usually it'd be a wall wrecker in with the queen portion of the attack. The queen just clinging on to dear life there. She is going to take care of that Tesla on the back end, and out comes balloons, oddly enough, from the clan castle. Usually with the hog rider attacks you would tend to see hog riders coming out of the clan castle or wall wrecker, but it looks like balloons are going to be coming out for Scarface here, and they are so slow that the hog riders are actually going to do the majority of the work down on this section. A free spell goes down on the top to try and keep these three hog riders that are up there up for a little bit longer to do some more damage for us. Unfortunately we have quite a few skeletons following these Hog Riders about, but with not many defenses left up, this is looking pretty promising indeed for Scarface. These Hog Riders and the balloons will push over to this left hand side where that cheeky corner Tesla is. They will take care of that, then turn and deal with the rest of these buildings for cleanup. The Queen's still on full health, has pushed all the way through that right hand side down to the bottom, now heading up to the left. Those healers done a great job keeping her alive, and look at the amount of troops still up. A huge ground based 3-star here for Scarface. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, drop a like, make sure you subscribe too, leave a comment at the end of the video once you've watched all the attacks, which one was your favorite. Let's move on to the last attack of this video and see what we have in store. Juice Box is going to be going in here with what looks to be a Queen Charge P.E.K.K.A. bow. So we have no bat spells in this one, which is odd. Usually this strategy you would see the bat spells, but Juice Box is going to be starting off with a Queen Charge down on the bottom section of this base. He will need to get a rage spell down for that Queen as soon as the Town Hall is activated. We also have the enemy Queen, to worry about on that left hand side, and as soon as the Queen gets in range of her, we probably will need to use her ability. Although it looks like the Queen is going to be going the wrong way, luckily she turns and gets onto that Town Hall. Perfect rage spell placement right there. Really impressed with that one. In fact, Giant Bomb is going to go off, Giga Bomb also, but it is out of range of our Queen, so nothing really too much to worry about. And it looks like the Queen is maybe going the wrong way right here. She is going to deal with that Tesla. A tornado trap is going to hold her up for a little bit, but these troops are now going to be coming in from the right hand side. The King has already done quite a significant amount of work on that right hand side. P.E.K.K.A. is going to be pushing in here, going to be using that jump spell to gain access into the base. Unfortunately, what is this? All of our bowlers have swung around to this left hand side, which is not good at all. Are they even going to be able to take care of this Queen? No. So those bowlers getting absolutely no value at all. Unfortunately, not going the way Juice Box would have wanted at all. We needed that Queen to step up and take care of a few more of these buildings on the left hand side, but our troops now into the center of this base are doing a huge amount of work. We really need these P.E.K.K.A.s to step up and just do that little bit extra. Down goes the poison spell onto these lava pups. We definitely don't want them lasting too long. Our Stone Slammer is going to be coming in from the top side of this base, and what was very impressive with this one that stood out to me, the use of 2 jump spells, meaning that Juice Box could use the Stone Slammer on the back end of this one, and look at the amount of value that they are able to get from this Stone Slammer. They have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably will get 6 shots off, which is absolutely massive. Gonna pop right there, and out comes the balloons. We have this bottom section of the base to deal with, as well as the enemy Queen, but the healers that have pushed through from that Queen charge at the start are bringing all of these troops that are still alive back up to full health, and the rest of this base stands absolutely no chance at all. Queen's ability is going to be used right there just to get through that wall, but to be honest, it probably could have been swagged. Enemy Queen goes down right there, and we are going to finish off right here with a very impressive 3-star for sure. And that brings us to a close for this video. Like I said, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for the air-based recap from FrostLight. Very excited to be showing you guys that one too. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully see you guys in the next video. Peace.